Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Friday. We are about to get the weekend kicked off, and we have got a lot to go over in this one. We've got some important notes coming down from Plarium in terms of how things will work, like the duplicate system where you are stacking +1, +2, etc. onto a champion. We have got Shadowkin Faction Wars finally announced. They've been out for about 9 months, and that is coming down the road. Plus, we've got other news and this insane account that you see right here featuring Draco, Duchess, Nekarit, lots of insane champions. We're going to be giving this away to a lucky viewer. All you have to do is be subscribed down below and then enter into the contest by posting a comment, and you are eligible to win. We will draw the winner live tomorrow on stream. So let's get into it. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Warhammer 40,000, The Lost Crusade, a mobile strategy MMO officially licensed by Games Workshop, with heroes from the original franchise complete with voiceovers, so players can hear the actual voice of heroes in the Warhammer universe for the very first time. It is completely free to play on the device of your choosing, with an easy to find link down below in the pinned comment and the vid description. There is a major update involving 4 Space Marine chapters available to players. I'm a fan of the Ultramarines, who are based in nobility and discipline, with lots of chapter skills revolving around developing very adept armies for battle. The other chapters to choose from will be the Raven Guard, Imperial Fists, and White Scars. So don't miss out on your opportunity to experience a great story with fun PvE that really appeals to all sci-fi fans like myself. You'll have full access to global servers, alliances with your friends, real-time combat, and constant progression. Now pick your favorite chapter and experience Warhammer 40,000, The Lost Crusade, completely free to play by using the link I have provided for you down below. Now I'm on to my main account, and it is time to get into all of the news going on as we head into the weekend. So first of all, when I logged in this morning, I was met with this message right here: some compensation gifts, 3 energy refills, 5 ancient shards, a void shard, 200 multi-battles, 500k silver, and 2 clan boss keys. Now, I plugged this in my calculator. It was worth about $10 at USD. So, you know, this is going to be just for their apologies, as you can see here, due to the certain bugs that have been going on and all the maintenance and the downtime and the CVC issues with the individual rewards. So it's nice to see them step up and provide some compensation to the player base. And also worth noting, I do believe that your compensation may be a little bit different than what I received, based on the level of your account, I think is what determined it. So if you did not get what you see on my compensation rewards, that would be because of the level of your account being different than mine. Then we've got a pretty big announcement post coming here from Plarium and one of the community managers before they take off for the weekend, usually at about this point. Around noon or so for Americans is when Plarium takes off for the weekend. It is gone Saturday and Sunday, and then comes back into the office super early on Monday for Americans. So this is what they're going to be leaving us with to head into the weekend. And it says quite an intense couple of weeks. Time to relax, take a break, and get on to a soothing journey with Raid Digest. And then starting with an emergency announcement from the support team. This is basically saying that they're seeing an uptick in some account security issues. So make sure you have a complex password, do 2-factor type stuff, do what you can to ensure the safety of your account, and make sure you're kind of taking all the measures you can there to protect yourself. But then they go on to explain some things that you can do if you have experienced issues with account security. Then they move on to say that they want to answer some of the common questions about the duplicate champion solution preview video. What champions will be added to the shop? Will there only be fusion champions? What happens if you already have the fusion champs? The starting line of champions in the shop will be the ones shown in the video. So that is not a art placeholder. That will be the champions that they actually feature. It was like Fushan and Sir Nick and Manaya and stuff like that. In general, we are guided by our internal data on what content is popular or challenging and what champions are helpful for it, and yet not so common among players. As time goes, we may change the champions which are available in the shop. As time goes, we may change the champions that are available in the shop, so the poll stays diverse and relevant. And then, of course, we'll be forewarning about any changes. Okay, that's not very promising. That's not a consistent rotation of champions for people to choose from with the duplicate system. That's kind of like, boom, it is what it is, and we might change it in the future. That's Not awful, but a little bit disappointing. How will additional characteristics from Guardian Ring and Champion Empowerment be added? Will they be base stats of champions? That was a very important question that I wanted to know. I brought that up in my collaboration with Scratch, Deadwood, Hell Hades, Cold Brew, and Mad Capper. Was when you empower a champion via a duplicate, the +1, +2, etc., does that add base stats like Ascending? Or does that stack on top like a Great Hall bonus? That's a very important distinction when it comes to that. And they say that the stat bonuses from these features will not affect the champion's base stats. They will work similarly to a Great Hall bonus. So for you newer players, what that means is it's far less impactful and it's far less gear dependent. When you add on to base stats, now that is going to be exacerbated by all of your gear. All of those chests that are 60% HP, the gloves that are 60% defense. When you add base stat, it's going to increase those stats that much more depending on the gear you have. This is just going to be a bonus on top. So we don't know how impactful it's going to be still, but we do know how those stats will be applied to the character, and it will not be affected by your gear. Then what happens if you get rid of a champion in the first slot of the Faction Guardians? Does it mean the rest will become locked in? The short answer, yes. However, the visual aid of the feature will also reflect what bonuses are currently active and which are deactivated after the removal. So you have to be a little bit careful with removing champions that you are using for that first part of the duplicate feature. And then will there be more space to store champions? Obviously very important if we're gonna have to be keeping dupes of rares and epics and everything in the game. It won't be much of a surprise, but yes, we will increase the number of available slots for new heroes. This is just a small clarification piece on some of the questions. More details will be available closer to the actual release. So that is technically good news. At least we're going to be getting some more storage space. Unfortunately, it will probably cost silver or gems, depending on which one you want to spend to acquire that champion space. I doubt it will be given away for free, unfortunately. And then we go on to the next part. The next item of this raid digest is one of the raiders' favorite words, compensations. First of all, we apologize for all the recent troubles with the server. Sorry if I'm going fast. I'm just trying to get through some of these kind of notes they're making here at the bottom. The issue with the third-party software on the server side, we know it's a source and we are working to fix and prevent it from ever happening again. As it is a tradition for such cases, we prepared an appropriate compensation. Thank you, Raiders, for your patience and support. Is the rest of this. The next one, missing clan boss chest a couple of days ago. Yeah, there was a bug where some of you were not getting your clan boss chest compensation. We didn't forget about you guys. While most of the other server issues were resolved by the recent patch, the clan boss chest is a different beast. So for all Raiders affected by that bug, there will be separate compensation at a later date. So that is good news. That is not part of the current compensation that we got today. They're going to be adding more in the future for most of you that experienced that bug. Hopefully they get to all of you. The last thing of concern is the personal rewards in the CVC tournament. As you know, the next one will be on October 26th. So the next one is going to be on a Tuesday. October 26th is 11 days from now, and that will line up as the next Tuesday. So we did see one CVC tournament come on Saturday, but they're going back to having 2 in a row on Tuesdays. And then the tiers and divisions will be based on your performance in the last tournament starting on October 12th. The placement in the personal reward tiers is similar to the CVC tournament placement. All players will be divided depending on how their individual performance stacks up against other players. Your clan needs to win the tournament to get your personal rewards, so good luck to you all. I dislike that last part. I wish the personal rewards were a way for players that do really well in CVC to kind of earn some extra compensation even if their team loses. So that's a little bit unfortunate, and I wish they would kind of go that route with it, but it is what it is, and that is kind of the announcements that Plarium has left us with as they take off for the weekend. But notice right here at the end, they did throw in a little note. Have a great weekend and look closely at our Facebook page. You might notice a little something. So as we take a look at Facebook, we will see that Plarium has got 2 different posts on Facebook currently. And something we noticed is they're kind of giving the information over on the right side that they did in the Discord post. They're kind of talking about some of the recent issues and the compensation and the account issues and what to do if you experience some of those. So the stuff that we just went over is what they're kind of talking about on the right side there as the main gist of the Facebook post. But they've got 2 different images here, and something we notice is we've got right here, we've got Cartographer, Lysandra, and then Eleneril, and then we see on the bottom right, there's a little page with the letter P, and then over on this other post, we have got a Sacred Shard with the letter S up on the top left. So PS usually stands for postscript, and it usually stands for like written after. It's going to be an afterthought of some sort of work of writing, a letter or something, whereas like more to come, something like that. So PS could mean that in these two images. So, you know, I don't know. There could be more images that kind of piece together that puzzle. All I'm noticing is a cartographer theme with the letter P, and then a sacred shard with the letter S. So some sort of like denotation of PS, more to come. Think something like that's all that comes to my mind. Maybe you see something that I don't, but that is what they were talking about on trying to figure out what is going on these two Facebook posts. So let me know what you think about that down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And we also finally know that Shadowkin Faction Wars is on the way. Not necessarily a bad thing that they took this long to release it. I know a lot of people wanted enough time to catch up and get their Lydia before they add Shadowkin as being a requirement to getting Lydia. So in about 3 months, we're going to be getting that. It is currently October 15th. So November, December, January. So around that, like January, middle of the month in January or so, into the new year in 2022 is about when the Shadowkin Faction War is expected to be added to the game for you to go ahead and have another dungeon to farm up glyphs. They do also add a couple little side notes, like they're going to be adding some juicy new milestones to the completion rewards, and then they're going to be changing the Faction War cycle a little bit. It will expand to 7 days, but will work mostly the same, just kind of in general. So not a whole lot changing, other than Shadowkin is going to be added to the requirement of getting Lydia, and their dungeon will unlock sometime around the middle of January. There is only a couple days left on the Sigmund Fusion, so make sure if you are going for that, you're focusing on that in the next couple days. I do have all of the champions here for Sigmund. I may kind of do that today. We're just gonna have to see how it shakes out on stream, but something I may want to work towards getting that done to finish up the fusion before it ends here. So hopefully you've got the fragments if you were going for that. And then in terms of what is going on in game right now under the tournaments tab, we can start with the Classic Arena Takedown ending in a couple days. This is just a normal Classic Arena Takedown. Nothing super to worry about. The Champion Chase Tournament, this is going to be what is coinciding with the events going on this weekend, based around the 2X Sacreds and the Cavalax type stuff that we'll talk about here in a little bit. And then we have also got the Spider Tournament going to be ending at the end of the day, but this is also just a typical Spider Tournament, but we did have a Shadowkin drop fever where getting accessories for the Shadowkin faction was boosted in the spiders. So going back to that Champion Chase Tournament, it's worth noting that right now there's so much going on. This kind of got lost in the wash a little bit, but there is 2X Sacreds going on for the next couple days, and there will be an event for getting Cavalax as a 10X champion starting tomorrow. So if you don't want to participate in the 10X for Cavalax, I would go ahead and pull your shards today and just do your normal 2X Sacred event. If you do want to go for Cavalax and participate in the 10X for him, then I would wait till tomorrow where you can double dip and have the 2X Sacreds and also the 10X for Cavalax. Now, I did do a fun video yesterday live on stream where we were testing Cavalax for a couple hours live with the Twitch chat, and then I uploaded the highlights of that video yesterday to YouTube. So I will link to that up there if you want to check out the highlights. I took that 2 hours of footage and cut it down to like a 10 or 15 minute video for the highlights of my Cavalax testing, and I do also have an infographic for him. And there is the little teaser for that, but I will also put that down below in the show notes. You can see that easily in a pinned comment if you want to be able to pull up the infographic on Cavalax. I think he's a fun champion. He's got some potential, so I wouldn't blame anybody going for him in a 10X because there's some fun things you can do for him or do with him on your account. But like I said, you can check out the full video to see my thoughts along with the Twitch chat and everything about Cavalax and his role in the game pertaining to the 10X event for him this weekend. Then under the events tab, we've got Dungeon Divers starting tomorrow, and the Artifact Enhancement event is going to be ending, so make sure you're scooping up at least the fragments you need, the 26, 25, and if you get that far, you better at least get to 4,000. It's totally worth it to get that last 1,400 points to get the 5 core hammers and upgrade some artifacts for your account. So I would recommend at least getting to 4,000 on that today before it ends. Now let's head into the shop and see what we've got going on here on Friday. Okay, so we've got, this is going to be really bad. Silver 1.5. Okay, and then 5 days of XP, 250 XP brews, and 3 sacred shards. This would need to be like 10 sacreds. 3 sacreds, yeah, 0.87. So, in my opinion, way better options to spend $100 than on that. Monthly pack is a 2.5 on the grading scale. The mini pack right there is just kind of a free gift. And then the pack string, $25 for 1 sacred pull. Oh, okay, yeah, the chained offer is not a route I would personally recommend going down. It's probably not going to be a whole lot of guaranteed value for you. This one here for 40, and then we've got the 10 arena refills, okay, with 4 million silver, energy of 1,000, and then 8 and 5 on the chicken respectively. Boom, 1.86. So way better than the Sacred Pack, just in terms you get some guaranteed account progression here, but still not a recommend from me. And then the Speed Pack. Oh boy, okay, so $15 for 6-star speed gear. In terms of the speed packs, this is one of the better ones you'll see. The best one we've ever seen was $15 for 6-star epic, and that was the one that all of the high spenders went out and maxed out. But this is still not a recommend for me, because even if you're a whale and you're really concerned about Platinum Arena, you don't really want to buy rare gear. You would want at least epic so you can get triple rolls. So this would be marketed more towards kind of developing accounts. But for developing accounts, I think you're better off spending that $15 towards shards or stuff with a lot more upside for your account. So this speed set doesn't really market to anybody, in my opinion. Okay, so that was a lot to get through. Sorry for the auctioneer voice for the entire video. Was just trying to crank through all this stuff going on and not make the video an hour long. So I was trying to kind of talk fast and get through everything here. Remember, don't forget to be part of the massive account giveaway. That is a really fun account to give away. All you have to do is click the subscribe button down below and then leave any comment, and you will be eligible to win tomorrow, where we draw the winner live on stream. I don't want to see you miss out on that. I'm going to be heading over to stream for a couple hours. There will be a pinned comment indicating if I am still live or not, with a link if you would like to come by and say hi. So have a great rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.